Hey kids, welcome back to String Cheese and Applesauce, where today we're going to finish building the Lego Movie Emmet's Construct-O-Mech. So this is where we got in our first build. We basically have the body and the legs built. So what we have left is the arms, and there's going to be some little swinging destruction things. They're going to be at the top. So that leaves us, or lets us pick up here at bag number 4. And of course a small bag of parts in the big bag of parts. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit so we can follow along. Push all this off to the side, and do we have some string? Oh, these are rubber bands. We have a little box of 1 rubber band. Not many pieces in that little bag. It's just tiny, tiny little stuff. Alright, so the first thing we're going to build is one of his arms, and then I'm guessing the second bag will build the other arm. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. We have our city little dump truck pieces, or excavator pieces, I mean. Not dump truck, it's an excavator. Alright, so we're basically building little arm pieces here. So you can see these two click right there with those little click hinges. Got some Technic pin holes in the sides so we can connect other things to them. And let's go ahead and start with some of those other things. One of these is going to be this little fake, oops, I forgot to put a Technic pin in there. This little fake piston. So you can see we put it right in here. And when it moves, it actually does go up and down. So that's the first one. Now it's time for our little roller piece. Okay. And these rollers all just slide on that Technic axle. Put another one of these little axle joiners together. and these red axles hold it all together. Now you can see there's Technic pinholes in here, but each one kind of spins independently, so they don't really ever line up. That's okay. It's just for pretend anyway. And then there's a Technic pinhole there that this whole axle goes through, and we'll put a black gear at the back, and that lets us grab onto that and spin it. So it's a kind of a play function. And we'll bring the mech over here, and you can see this pin with the little friction, or I mean the click pieces, goes right into this side there. So that makes a pretty cool workable arm. Surprisingly has a pretty good amount of playability. Okay, next arm now. This one is going to be the one with the little excavator scoops. So it looks like we start off real similar to the other one. It's just kind of opposite. Kind of a mirrored version of it. Okay, there's the first piece. Second piece, and just like before, click them both together. Now we have our little pneumatic piston, hydraulic piston. Very good. This next piece is slightly different because we don't need the gear to rotate anything. We're going to have a slightly different connection here. So there's a brick inside there with the two pinholes. We'll attach those two black Technic pins right in there. And then our excavator scoop is next. A little scoop hand. That, turn it over, and this attaches down bottom. Okay, next up, with the scoop facing down. That one goes there. There's our little scoop hand. And you see right here we've got these two little modified plates with a little bar sticking out. So we stick this rubber band around each bar. That way when you push the scoop up, it automatically returns back to its original spot. And just like the other arm, this one is going to connect on the other axle. Zoom out a bit so you can see. On this other little click shoulder piece. There we go. So we've got two arms now. This one is the gripper, this one's the roller. So there you go. A few extra pieces left over from this bag. Let's go ahead and jump into bag 5. Bag 5 is the final bag, so we have 5 total bags. Remember, 1 instruction book though. So that was kind of cool that we didn't have all different separate instruction books. A little bag in the big bag, as always. Interesting, we have a couple little minifigure swords, kind of fencing swords, some chains. I'm going to separate some of these big pieces, that way I can find all the small stuff. Cool little assortment of parts. There's really nothing rare in these or anything crazy new, but it's a nice assortment, I'm not gonna lie, especially if you're into city building. You've got, these are gonna be the cement rollers. All right, so we'll start off first by making a couple pieces that go onto the shoulder pieces of the mech. These go right here on each side. They don't go all the way in, but it doesn't show them going all the way in the instruction book anyway. And we have 2 more, slightly different ones though. Uses some 3 long axles and some 4 long. 4 long are the black ones. Alright. So on the back we have this little Technic piece that goes inside of the little blue piece there. And these pieces we just made attach on the back as well. So we're basically putting all of our connector pieces on for all the stuff that's going to be attached to the back of the mech. So let's go ahead and build the first thing that's going to be attached. It does tell us to build 2 of them at the same time. Well, it doesn't say at the same time, but it says you are going to need 2. So I choose to build them at the same time. You can choose to do it how you want. It's not required to be done at the same time. I think it's faster to do it at the same time. Oh, before I put that on, or it's too late, I already put it on. So you see we have this round brick in there and we're covering it up, but it does have an axle hole, but also on the bottom here, this round plate, it has a pinhole. So what it's going to do, it's going to allow us to put an axle all the way through the bottom here and connect to this brick. So with it being covered up, now you don't even see that lime green brick anymore, but it still gives us that connection point for an axle. So it's a great little building technique to hide those in there. It adds a bunch of stability to the model, and it doesn't matter what color that piece is. That's why it was lime green. Well, I don't know if that's why it was lime green, but it doesn't matter because you can't even see it anymore. I guess if you look all the way to the bottom, you can kind of see there's a lime green color, but if you want to become a master builder, that's a good little trick to learn, is to use Technic bricks whenever you can. They really do help add a ton of stability to the models. Any model, not only Technic, but system models as well. So remember, if you're building at home, it told us to build 2 of them. So I'm building 2 of them at the same time. And if you forget, because the instructions only show 1 being built, but it's just a little bitty thing at the front that says 2x. That means 2 times. So if you forget and you get to the end, then you go, oops, I have to build another one. Okay. We'll add a little sub build. Inverted slopes. With a 4x4 modified plate with clips on it. And I've noticed I was disassembling and putting away parts the other day, and I noticed I had a lot of these plates with the clips on it. I actually still have them over here. I haven't put them away yet. I actually have them stacked all kind of goofy. But they're using a lot more of these now in a lot of sets. I don't recall when the part actually came out, but definitely seeing a lot more of them. I think I haven't put them away yet because I don't know if I have a bin in my storage containers for them yet. I may have to create a bin for them. Alright, so this one is similar. It's like what we just built. We have our reverse slopes. Oops. Make sure you push it down all the way or it'll fall off. Alright. There, there. One more tile. All right. All right, so we got both of those built. And remember what I was telling you about here, the bottom of the hole and the brick in there that has the axle? Well, this is where we need it now. So we're gonna bring the mech over, put it here close where we can see. So these axles that are sticking up, have the hole right there. We're gonna line it right up with that axle, drop it on there, and there you go. You have a shoulder. Bring it around here, and put it on there. Now this is kind of funny because I'm looking at the box as well as the instructions here. Oh, you know what? It's funny because I just did it wrong. It was looking funny because it looked like it was backwards, but the instructions are actually showing the back side of the mech like this. And the reason I was saying it looked funny because this sword or antenna was on the box, the picture on the box, it was on the back side of the mech. But now that we have it aligned right, it is on the back now. Alright, so next we're going to build our little tower pieces, and it's same deal. There's going to be two of them, so we'll go ahead and get both of them out. I've got a couple Technic axles in there, angled axle connector, four long axles. All right. So now these attach to this back piece that we put on too, right here. So that axle will slide in there, just like that. Do the other one right there. Now we're going to build a couple little, what I like to call the cement truck hoppers. A little thing you see on the back that is shipping concrete to a job site that usually spins. There it is. Just kind of looks like a rocket tube right now. And we have this little axle connector piece right here on the bottom. It's going to connect to the end of each one of these axles. Just like that. And finally, we have our two construction claws that are holding on to these little wrecking balls. So we're going to build two of them, two identical ones. Oh, and I just noticed that I forgot to put on grills that go up here. Reason why I noticed it, because oops, I just knocked a piece off too. I noticed it because we're almost completed the model, and I had a little few more extra pieces than we're actually supposed to have. So, and those grills will help hold on that light piece as well. All right, back to our wrecking ball. And so that axle that was going all the way through here is actually holding this together, but we'll put these little claw pieces on with the little clips to where it looks like the claw is holding the wrecking ball, but it's really not. You can see this one, it's holding on just fine, no claw required. So these are truly just for aesthetics only. And then of course we have the chain that connects it all together. And the chain will actually hold it on there. So each one of these chains connects right up here to the end. Just like that. That holds it on. So there we go. It's a little top heavy. Zoom out a bit. Let me see if I can get this in. Well, I can't get it all on the screen. It's really a big model. So the front here opens up, and I'll go ahead and put Emmet in there. I noticed that was loose whenever I built it, and that's really kind of annoying. I hope it doesn't stay loose like that. Alright, so there's Emmet in his mech, doing some damage. Pretty cool model. So we've got a few extra pieces from bag 5. Let's put that there, hope it doesn't fall over. Including one of these swashbuckling swords. That's pretty cool. Just our normal small pieces. So there you go. That is it. That is the Lego Movie Construct-O-Mech. Emmet's Construct-O-Mech. And the back of the book here has quite a few ads for some of the Lego Movie sets, some other sets, Legolands. Not a bad little model. We're going to do a review of this set, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that review. We're going to definitely look at the minifigures in depth. We'll look at all the play features in depth, and that's about it. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We have pictures of this set on Instagram before it was even on YouTube, so it's a great way to keep up with what's going on with string cheese and applesauce and when or what videos are coming up. So really cool stuff. Check it out. Follow us on Instagram, and we will see you next time.